Alright, so this episode of the BlackBerry Halfway House. I'm not on my Droid, and I'm not on my BlackBerry, I'm on my computer this time. And why is that? Because I want to talk about the Verizon Wireless Trade-in Program. Now, I know that there are some people who can't stand Verizon. I have not had any problems with them whatsoever. Not only do I like their service, but actually I know some of the people at the stores, and I see them outside of the store. Everybody's always been fantastic for me, and I'll tell you about all the nice things they did in another video. In any event, the reason I'm talking about this in this video is I obviously have my Droid Pro. I have my BlackBerry 9650, which I just got, by the way. When I say just got, I had a 9630. Yeah, is it 9630? I believe it's 90. Anyway, I had the one with the trackball, and it got stolen. And when I used the replacement plan that I have, which is basically, you get stolen, you fill out your police report, and so on and so forth. In any event, when they got ready to, the Varian got ready to, or Centurion or whoever it is, got ready to send me a phone, they didn't have any, so they said, well, we'll send you the 9650. And I said, okay, fine, that's no big deal. So, which I actually liked for the trackball. Had I had this optical trackball on my BlackBerry before, things may have gone differently. But in any event, so I have my 9650. It's not that old at this particular point. So now I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with this thing? Because basically, it's useless to me now. Meaning, not useless, but I'm not using it. I still have my 8830 that my son uses as an MP3 player. Because I just never got around. I was going to sell it on the website, and I just never got around to it. So it's just been sitting there. Ha-ha! So I'm sitting on hold the other day, and I hear, you want to get rid of your phone? Trade it in at Verizon Wireless Trade-in Program. I was actually on hold with Verizon, and they told me about this. So here's how this works. You go to their website, which is tradein.vzw.com. Now, again, everybody who's getting the Droid Pro, since the only one selling the Droid Pro is Verizon, that means everybody's with Verizon, so you must have a phone. So this is relevant to what you're doing. So you go to, but from what I also understand, they will take anybody's phone. But let's stick with what we've got here for right now. You'll have to read all the fine print. But in any event, so we go to appraise your phone. So you put in who's your manufacturers, and you can see they got a list of, obviously I'm going to be looking at the BlackBerry one, but they got a ton of manufacturers here that they're interested in. So put in the BlackBerry, and then it has all the phones. So let's take a look at my 8830, which my son is using as a MP3 player. And we will say, let's see, the device could make outbound calls with a calling plan. Certainly could. The display works. Yes, it does. Is the display cracked? No, it's not. And I will say, what? And it says, well, you know what? It's really not worth anything, which I already knew. It says, but somebody, if you give that to us, we could give this to somebody, and they have Hopeline, which is a worthy cause. And like I said, my son's not using it, so I'll send that one. All right. So now let's go back and take a look at some of the newer ones. So like I said, I have the 9650. And I'll click on 9650. Can make outgoing calls. The display works. It's not cracked. Continue. $80. They're going to give me $80. Well, I paid $180 for the Droid. I had to extend my contract, but I figure it's kind of a gamble on their part. They have to hope that I live 2 years to pay them. In any event, but they'll give me $80 for this right now. I don't have to go on Craigslist and try and sell it to $100 for $100 or $100.50 and then go back and forth. I don't have to try and figure out if I can unlock the phone, and maybe I can. I'm just too lazy for that. So I can just go ahead and accept this, and then I have my choice of I can give the money to Hopeline, which I think is good, or you can have a Verizon Wireless gift card. So I'm not going to tell you which one I'm going to click. See, I'm going back and forth between the two. You'll never know which one I actually click because I'm going to stop the video in a minute. And then you just, if you click on continue, it will basically go and ask you a couple of quick questions as far as name, address, city, state, zip. They send you out an envelope. You put the phone in there. Again, there's a lot of fine print. You should read about it so you can see exactly what it is. But again, if you're going from your BlackBerry and you're not going to use it and you were going to sell it, don't take, you're going to go and do all this stuff and do all this stuff. Let's take a look. Ooh, they're even doing a torch. Oh my goodness, they must really think people are jumping out of windows. All right, this device can be used to make outgoing calls. Yes, the display works. Yes, it does. It's not cracked. How much will they give me for my torch? $112. Okay, again, you probably paid more than that, but at least you'll get something back. It's not going to just sit around. Like I said, if they had this program before, I would have traded in my 8830. I will now. because at least I know it'll go towards some good use. But right now my son's using it as an MP3 player. So this is one of the many fantastic videos that you will get on the BlackBerry Halfway House. Hopefully I made you $80 right there, so hopefully you'll hit the donate button and donate at least $1. See, if I can go to my wife at least once a day and say, somebody thought it was worth it and donated $1, then she won't kill me. All right, that's it for now. I'll come up with some more later and hope everything is okay with you.